Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the end of an era mission set in Chongqing, China. And today we are going to mop up all of the remaining feats and discoveries, starting with What a Glorious Feeling for knocking out a dancing guard with an umbrella, before moving on to Dumplings Cook for disguising ourselves as a dumpling chef. Then we will go back to our dancing guard and knock him out once again for the I'm Happy Again feat, before we then move on and we will take on the beat challenge for disguising ourselves as a street guard. And then we're going to move over to the facility area and we're going to take care of the last of the shortcuts. So that would be the inner courtyard shortcut, followed very shortly by the facility elevator shortcut. So as we are in the facility area, we will also take care of the Going Postal challenge for delivering a parcel to one of the employees. We will take care of the Hack the Planet challenge for obtaining the 3 different tier level dongles, level 1, 2 and 3. We will then move on to Quite a Hatch for unlocking the secret hatch from the ground to the facility. And then after that we will start moving on to the block building and the Vengeance challenge for knocking out 5 street guards with a hammer. After that we will move up through the building, taking care of Think Tank for knocking out one of the researchers with a tank, a toy tank that is, before moving on to Lee Me to Sleep for knocking out Sister Lee with the cowboy bust. And then after that we will move on to the Ease of Pain challenge for basically relieving one of the test subjects of their pain, before moving on to the Show Must Go On challenge, which entails basically relieving all of the patients of their pain and getting Hush to reset the system. And then finally we will move on to Contact for making Hush have to come out onto the roof and mess with the satellite dish. So for this challenge we will be bringing with us our lethal poison, our ever trusty lockpick, a silenced pistol, and I have an explosive phone for Hush stored in the facility ventilation shaft of ventilation room. So right from the start, off the bat, we have a hell of a lot to do. So we are going to begin by making our way into the town square, or the town centre, which is the big sort of square in the middle of town. So straight along the walkway all the way around into town, and we're going to head for the arcade, which is just around to our right here, and it's this last building on our left. And just in here we have to lockpick our way inside, and behind the counter we will find a cigar box and a toy tank. We're going to grab both of them, they're going to come in handy. So with them now in hand, we need to make our way next door to the apartments building, but we're not going to go in via the front door that we've just passed. We're going in around the back here via this window, in through the window into the apartment and around to the front door, where we will find ourselves an umbrella. We need that for our next 2 challenges. So with umbrella in hand, we are going to retrace our steps back out the way we came and across the courtyard and into the laundrette, and to the doors at the back of the laundrette here we're going to input the code 0118 and make our way up to the roof. And this is where we would be normally taking care of any sniper challenges. So we're going to make our way out onto the roof, and instead of going left we're going to go straight ahead and down the stairs. And we're going to make our way under the stairs here, and we're just going to hang here and make sure that we've got the right guy. We're looking for a guard who is dancing. So he's just bowed to his partner. He's now gearing himself up. He's moving in for the kill, and so are we. So that will get us the What a Glorious Feeling challenge for knocking him out. We're going to drag his body out into the open a bit more, so that when the patrolling guard up on the level above looks over the balcony, he will spot him and wake him up, because we need to knock him out twice. In the meantime, we're going to make our way back into the building and around into this storage room, where we will find a Dumpling Cook outfit, which will get us the Dumpling Cook Discovery or Feat. And it doesn't suit me, so I'm going to put my winter suit back on. And we're going to hide behind this washing machine here now, as the unconscious guard has just been found. And we're going to wait until everything goes back to normal, they stop panicking, and the patrolling guard goes back to his post, before making our way back down the stairs and waiting underneath the stairs. Don't come out too close, because the guard is leaning on the balcony. There he is. He will move away, and all we're going to do now is wait for this gentleman to start dancing once again. So there he goes. So we're going to knock him out a second time. That will get us the I am happy again challenge. We're then going to take his outfit, which will get us the beat challenge. So 4 quick challenges nicely taken care of. So with all of them done, we are finished and done with this building. So we are going to exit the building now and make our way over to the alleyway behind the facility. So we're going to make our way back past the arcade and the apartments, up the ramped road and around to our right. And because we have this outfit on, we can just run straight in, avoid the camera, all the way down to the end of the corridor, where we will encounter our first shortcut. So there we go, that is the facility elevator shaft shortcut, I believe. So with that now taken care of, we're going to make our way through the door, up the stairs, along the balcony to our right, to the back of the restaurant, where we will vault over the balcony, and we are going to enter the facility using the code 0118. The amount of times I've said it and I still get it wrong every now and again. We're going to make our way inside the facility, and we're going to require ourselves a change of disguise. So we're going to make our way down the stairs, over the balcony ahead of us once again, down to tier level 1, and we're going to use our camera, and we're going to opaque the windows for the restroom. There are 2 people in this restroom, 1 male, 1 female. They must both be removed, because we need the male's outfit. So we're going to utilize the ventilation system here as a distraction, make our way into the server room, collect up our explosive phone, and await the arrival of the young lady who is in the restroom. Here she comes now, and she is going to investigate that. We can then render her unconscious and hide her body in the server room closet, and then we're just going to rinse and repeat the same thing again for the gentleman in the restroom. And when we render him unconscious, we can then also proceed to take his outfit. So while we're waiting for him to arrive, we're going to poison the ventilation system with our lethal poison. That's for Imogen in a little while. So our guy should be arriving about now. He's already in place, so we're just going to sneak up behind him, render him unconscious, hide his body in the server room with his colleague. There we go. We're going to take his outfit, and we're going to make our way now back upstairs to the reception area, and we're going to retrieve ourselves another couple of items. So all the way back to reception, and just in here in this waiting area we find a package. We're going to grab that package, make our way around to our right and into the server room here, where we will find a grate on the wall. We are going to use our camera to unlock the vent, climb through into the security room beyond, and on the desk directly ahead of us we will find our tier level 1 dongle. So with that in hand, we're going to continue on into the back room here, where we will find an elevator shaft, and we're going to drop down into the elevator shaft and up the other side. And I have to point out, I had to look this up, because even now knowing how to do it, I would never have found this shortcut. So just following the path all the way through along the pipes and unlocking the vent on the far side, around to our left we find our third and final shortcut. So we're going to open that door, proceed through that door, which brings us back out at the top of the facility. So we're going to have to make our way back inside and back down the stairs, over the balcony again, back down to the restroom area, and we're going to make our way through to the workstations, and we're going to dismiss a few people and put them on breaks, and we're going to move on to our next challenge, going postal. So all the way around, be aware of where Imogen is, and in here on the desk to our right we will find our level 2 dongle. So we're just going to hack all of the workstations, send everyone onto a break, and then we're going to select our parcel, head off to our right, and there's an office to our left here in the corner. Be aware this guy is an enforcer, but it's easy enough to get behind him and launch the parcel at his head. That will get us the going postal challenge. And we are going to take this guy and hide his body out of sight, so that he doesn't spook Imogen when she comes back around on her routine. So with that taken care of, we are now going to retrace our steps back to the restroom area and await the arrival of Imogen, and she's going to come in very shortly and send all of these people back to work. And when they have left the room, we can then turn on the ventilation system, which we have previously poisoned. So we're just waiting for that last guy there to make his way through the door. I'm going to wait for the door to close. There we go, and I'm going to trigger the ventilation system and kill Imogen, as you are surplus to requirements, my dear. Make sure you turn the ventilation system back off again, because we need the body found and carted away relatively promptly. So once the guard has finished wondering what's happened and bagged up his boss, we can then make our way back into the recreation room, or the restroom, and retrieve our third and final level 3 tier dongle, which will get us the Hack the Planet challenge. So that is pretty much everything in the facility now taken care of. So we're going to move on to our next location, where the bulk of our challenges lie, and that is in the block area. So we're going to exit the facility around to our right, up the ramped road, and around to our left, and we're going to make our way into the corner of the alleyway here and retrieve ourselves a hammer, and we're going to move on to the Vengeance challenge, and we have to knock out 5 street guards within the block building. I've knocked out a few guards around the back and they didn't count, but these two definitely count. So we're going to go in through the building, down into the basement, knocking out the guards as we go. So we've got the 2 in the foyer and the 2 in the courtyard out the back here. And while we're out the back here, we will find on the wall a keypad, which will unlock the secret facility entrance. And that's it just there. So that's the quite a hatch challenge taken care of while we're there. So back on to the Vengeance challenge, we have one more guard to knock out, and he is the guard in the interview room. So just as we're walking past the interview room, we're going to target the guard leaning against the wall, knock him out with our hammer, and that will get us the Vengeance challenge. We're going to pull out our silence pistol and eliminate the 2 guards at the foot of the stairs at the end of the corridor, make our way down the stairs and retrieve the bust that is halfway down, reselect our gun because we may encounter some resistance, namely you 2, and I've missed. I ain't missing you. There we go. So we're just going to eliminate anyone who's in our way or potentially in our way. So we now have pretty much all of the requirements we need. We're going to just take this guard's outfit so we can move around a bit easier in here. We're going to make our way up to the 3rd floor here, which is where all of the experimentation pods are. We're going to make our way into the experimentation area, where we will find a number of patients in pods and a number of doctors. And we are going to select our cowboy bust, and we're just waiting for Sister Lee, who is currently outside the area talking to Hush. She's going to make her way back in here shortly. Here she comes now, and once she stops moving, we're going to knock her out with the bust. Then very quickly we're going to select the cigar box or the package, and we're going to knock the second guy out. Then we're going to select the toy tank and knock out the 3rd researcher there, or the scientist or doctor, and that will get us the lay me to sleep and the think tank challenges. We're now just going to quickly eliminate all of these people. One more to go. We want everybody in this area dead. There we go. That just makes things a little bit easier later on. So we're now going to make our way to the back of the room and hide in this closet until all of the panic calms down and all of the bodies are cleared away and everyone goes back to their normal routines. And at that point, we can then exit our hidey hole, select our explosive phone, make our way around to our left until we come to a computer console here. We're going to place our exploding phone on the floor, and then we're going to proceed on to the ease of pain challenge, and all we have to do is turn off one of these 4 pods, and if we turn off all 4 of the pods, that will get us the show must go on challenge, but only once Hush has arrived and reset the system. It doesn't pop immediately for us. And Hush is going to be slightly distracted when he arrives, because just before he gets to the computer console, he will spot a phone on the floor. So all I'm doing now is wandering around looking for a decent vantage point, and I think that travel case there might do, because we just want to hang around in this area and make sure that Hush is the one that picks up the exploding phone. As you can see, we are embracing the John Wick approach to assassination today. So Hush is on his way down. We don't need the detonator. Let's put that away. I think we might have that screwdriver while we're there as well. So Hush has now just arrived, and luckily for us, he is the one to spot the phone on the floor and collect it. So with Hush now confirmed killed, we can exit where we are hiding, and we need to make our way now up onto the roof. This is easier said than done, because there are a number of guards between us and the roof, so we are going to have to eliminate them as quickly and as quietly as possible. Make our way up the stairs without getting caught on the banisters and the walls. So Hush has now just reset the system downstairs. We're going to run round to our left at the top of the stairs, through the double doors, past the guards here and out through the double doors beyond the stairwell. We're now in the Lotus Passage, and we're going to vault over the balcony here and onto the other roof. And I'm just going to wait here until that camera moves away. And we're going to drop down where there's a break in the banister or the wall here, and get back onto the block's roof. So as you can see, there is a fenced off area with a satellite dish in the center of it. So we're going to lockpick our way in here, and we are going to sabotage the satellite dish, and that will get us our final contract or challenge, which is contact. And the reason I brought the exploding phone with me is so we can have a nice explosive finish. So we are just going to wait right here now with our trigger in hand, and eventually a guard will come along, see that the satellite has been sabotaged. He will contact Hush, and Hush will make his way over here. and I'm really hoping that I can time this just right, that all 4 of these guys are together and contained. I don't quite get it right, but keep an eye on the bodyguard. He nearly got decapitated.
I just need to override this, and I'm in. You can get out now and I can take care of the data remotely. Unless you want to handle it yourself.
So all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape. And I'm gonna go for the apartments exit, which is probably the nearest one. So there we go. That is a whole slew of feats and discoveries taken care of. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.